the 30th of January, and I want to show you the Trade Genius short swing trader, and also how you can actually get access to this for free if you become a subscriber to Trade Genius, either on the ETF side or on the crypto side. If you just pick any of the winter specials, and you'll get access to this for free for a year, or for as long as you're a subscriber if you pick one of the subscription options. Just check it out at TradeGeniusAcademy.com. And so when I built this, and I built these things for me, and then I share them with the subscribers, and try to give you guys additional tools to be successful, because we can't follow everything out there. But my bread and butter for many years was XIV, and I got away from it for the last 6 to 9 months because it just scared the death of there's a mechanism in the XIV that if volatility spikes up to a certain point in a day, that they actually can shut it down, called force majeure, and you're an unsecured creditor to the ETF administrative holder. And so I just said, I'm just gonna stay away from it for a while. But today just got to be too crazy good. And let me show you this, just to show you the day trading money machine here, is that just like for Bitcoin, this thing catches the top. It's really, really, really sensitive to catching major reversals. And if you know anything about trading, it's as much about not losing money as making it. And so I was just watching this, and this is what got me short the market in terms of getting IWM puts and things of that nature. So I could see this coming, because volatility was going to get a good lift. So we had this drift down here, and then it just fell, and then it gapped down again. And then as it started to move higher again, I said, this is just too good to be true. State of the Union addresses tonight. So what I did was I just simply flipped to, with XIV, you got to play it on really, really, really tight time frame. And because I was mostly in cash, because I knew the market was rolling over, I had margin to be able to put some good money to work here today on it. And this is the 1 minute. I'm just going to go back to the last 100 bars. And this is the second trade I caught on this. I'm not going to scroll all the way back. But I get a buy signal here. And I even told the room, I said I'm buying it at 120, 122.40. And then I just simply use the volatility stop as my guide. And it crossed over, and I got out at 125.17. I used 500 shares, and that's nearly a week's worth of income for me, and that was at 11.40 to 12.50. So you can use this short swing trader absolutely for XIV. It really, really works. I highly recommend you keep it on a really tight time frame. I'm out because I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. This still doesn't look healthy. The other thing I called out earlier today was UNG. It was getting toppy, and we got a sell signal on UNG, and it started to roll over within 2 hours of that signal. And so this is a nice thing to trade. I like to trade UNG short, because typically UNG wants to go down. So it's the opposite of XIV. I like to have these contango events into our benefit. And then on the Bitcoin side, I'll let Phil talk about that tonight. But they're trying really, really hard to scare people out of these coins, and we're setting up again here. Nice consolidation here. We'll see if that's not a bear flag, flat flag down. But if you get a buy signal, we come back into channel. These runs here, and I talked about this before, is that I just look for 5 to 10% moves. We're still in the consolidation phase, if you will, of Bitcoin in this channel. Okay, and so I'm scalping until Bitcoin starts getting money flow back in. But the interesting thing about it is, people just rotated over to Ethereum. Okay, and this is oops, Ethan Allen. I don't think that's who I want. Here we go. So we had a buy signal here on it at 660 and got a sell signal here. I usually get out when they cross into these channels and back in, just because I'm more of a trader than anything else. But you got the sell signal here on a buy signal here. I mean, this is probably a nice 70% move, and now it's consolidating. We called out this one here that this looks very good. It looks like Ethereum's going to have a run over Bitcoin, and so those are the things that I look for, and I think it's going to play itself out. And just so you know too, is over in Asia they're finding ways to open this thing back up again. So just be careful that the news isn't trying to get you out of your positions here. But be smart about it. Proportion your size, trade in and out, add as you go. That's what I try to do every day, and see if you can build your stack while it's consolidating. Taking a look at SPY here though real quick too, is see SPY broke out of this channel. I was telling you, whenever everything breaks out of a channel like this, this is not bullish, but we know with SPY they're always trying to buy us back in, so just something to keep an eye on. The V stop is still saying to be in the trade, but this is a pretty nasty fall, and that's a nasty candle. And what I'm looking for actually is for a big reversal. I'm looking for some follow through, then another shot at a new high, and have that fail below this one, and that's why you'll get like what happened in silver in 2011, and then this thing will start Eiffel Towering. And then on gold, nugget, I got out of my nugget. I got out of my nugget short here. Let me go into hourly here. Is that we went short. See, this beautiful thing also about the this money machine here is that it's a swing trader. It's good for the triples to short. So I ignore any buy signals on the triples, and when it breaks a channel like this and comes back in, here's a short signal. This was a nice, if you have 10 contracts, you would have made probably about $1,400, $1,500. And so just something to keep an eye on. And then UCO did the same thing. Broke the channel, came back in, head faked us, okay, and then the signal hit, and then it just dropped. And so it's a very powerful tool. And like I said, if you buy a subscription to the room, either way, you get the software for use to check your own trades out. Plus, you have the access to the either chat rooms, and so depending on which one which room you want to be in. And I thought I'd share that with you. But this only goes to the end of the month tomorrow night, and then I'm going to sell the software separately. It's very powerful, and people make a lot of money off it. And like I said today, I made $1,300 in an hour trading XIV, trading it on a 1 minute signal. So these very powerful tool, and it works really well. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll be back tomorrow after State of Union and see what goodies the Donald has in store for us. Have a good night. Bye bye.